Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, it's funny at this point to make this video because I feel like at this point, I'm very well aware that the stuff that I say will pretty much just go over EA's head. But it's stuff that needs to be said regardless because of the state of how FIFA Ultimate Team is as a game mode. Now, if you guys already watched the video of why I'm not excited for FIFA 21 Ultimate Team, um, you pretty much don't need to watch this video, right? Because that was a before, because I called it exactly how it was going to be, and then how the game is now. So obviously, we're not looking at the game from a gameplay perspective. We're looking at Ultimate Team as a video game to play, right? So again, the current format that EA has implemented in their game is that they have, if you go to the play menu, they have division rivals, squad battles, foot champs, and friendlies, okay, as well as online draft. I'm here to yet again tell you that the format of how you guys have Ultimate Team set up for the fun concept is completely wrong. And I'm going to say this because I wholeheartedly believe this, and this is one of those things where I stand firm with it. And I don't think I can see anyone else's opinion with this if it's any different. It's one of those things. I know it's like comes across as toxic if it is, right? But I feel like this really needs to be said. Okay, you guys have formatted your game to have foot champs and division rivals. So be it. Okay, foot champs and division rivals. And again, guys, I'm at a 2000 SR, so it has nothing to do with skill in the game. It has nothing to do with that. It's just general experience. Okay. So, okay, you have foot champs, you have division rivals, you have that set up in your game where if you want to play the top tier players in division rivals, you consistently play against them. And then in foot champs, you play a total of 30 games from people that can qualify from division rivals, and then you get your rewards from that. So be it. You got a cool little concept working there with these two game modes, right? I understand why you have squad battles in this game as well. I'm not a squad battles guy. I only play squad battles for the objectives, which we will get into here in a bit. I only play it for the objectives, but I understand why it's in the game because I know people that have gone to my streams and have told me, Inception, I do not touch the online game modes. All I do is play against the AI. And I completely understand. You don't want to stress, you don't like the competitive aspect of Ultimate Team through these game modes. Totally get it, right? It's kind of like you playing a version of career mode, but it's through Ultimate Team, which is I'm totally okay with. Cool, right? Squad building challenges you still have in your game. It is what it is. I think Ansu Fati's card was too expensive for the options that exist in the market right now, right? Ansu Fati honestly should have been I would say a 70k SBC for what he is in game, because if a card like Hazard is 120k as a tradable and Dembele is like an 80 or 90k as a tradable, you have a little bit of a variable there, but their SBCs are always going to be questionable. I don't expect it to be changed that much, right? But this is the kickers, right? This right here is the kickers. These two game modes right here in online draft and in friendlies. Okay. Online draft was great when it first came out. When it first came out, it was awesome. It was a very new concept. Hey, pay 15k of your in-game coins, even though you didn't get your coins back, which is a flawed concept, but you pay 15k, you play with the players that, you may have never tried before. You may never even get this year, and that way you can kind of try them out, see what they're like, and then when you play in the seasons, you get to buy them, and because you have a good idea of what they're like, and you know what chemistry styles they need, so on and so forth. You're trying different formations against somebody else's. Cool. Online draft for the first year was awesome. The years after that, you guys doing nothing to the game mode is not cool. There's no improvements to it whatsoever. The selections that you get for some of the formations are poor. I'm a 2000 SR rating, and my record right now in draft is 5-2. In previous years, it would be more, and it's not even because of the gameplay. It's because the selections during the game period are not great for the way that your team is formatted. I've started 2 drafts where the chemistry was around like a 91 or a 90 because the 4-2-3-1 wide is not a good formation to choose in the draft, and the 3-4-1-2, as great as the formation can be, is also not a great formation to choose in draft because of the types of players you need in those types of formations. But regardless, even if it was a poor draft selection from me, I still don't like that they haven't improved draft in different ways, right? To make it more interesting, to make it actually worth your 15K, because even if you don't make your money back in draft, you make it back in other things that they can add through drafts, right? Okay. This one right here is something that I will never be quiet about because I feel like it is vital for FIFA to be a good game to play in general, okay? And that is this absolute worthless bracket waste of space game mode that you have here, okay? Let's see the options that they have for friendlies, okay? They got couch play, they have player friend, cool, whatever, right? If you go to play online, you have these tournaments that you do that are new, but I literally went into it and they have like things on their shirts, don't know why, but they do, and it just feels like I'm playing a training match, right? They have my playlist so you can select each of these absolute garbage game modes to play for this game. These game modes right here, if they were to exist in a game like Call of Duty, these would be the bottom of the barrel game modes, okay? The reason why I hate this entire bracket over here, right, is because this could have been your tournament mode bracket, okay? And I'm not talking about the Gold Cup, because the Gold Cup is... even the Gold Cup would have been nice. Just the Gold Cup would have been nice. Hey, I play my 4 games. I get 2K coins by the end of winning it. Cool, because you have a variable with division rivals where, hey, I finished all 30 of my games. I already got rank 1. I don't need to climb more divisions, so I want to play something else, right? In this friendlies game mode, this concept does not exist. If you guys were to search for classic matches right now just to earn your 500 coins each game from playing, you are going to find people that don't even have chemistry, that have really, really poor players, and it just feels like a waste of time to play. And I'm going to really emphasize this because I feel like EA really needs to drill this into their heads for this game to be fun, okay? The format of the World Cup game modes, because I'm a broken record with this. The last 3 years I've mentioned this because the game mode balance in this game is not correct, okay? The online tournament mode for the World Cup, where you play 3 qualifying games, you earn a very low-rated player each game, high-rated, it depends. I think it's a random player every game, right? You earn a player every single game. You get rewards for going through the group stages, and then you go through the rounds and you try to win the finals for the coin rewards and the pack rewards. That game mode, it doesn't have to be the Champions League mode. It doesn't have to be the Europa League mode. The format of the World Cup mode needs to completely replace this friendlies mode. This friendlies mode needs to be removed from the game. This is something I'm very passionate about. I know that it's gonna fly over people's heads at EA because honestly they do what they want, because I mentioned this 3 years ago, but I'm gonna keep mentioning it, that it's vital for it to be in this game for a balance, man. Because guys, okay, you're making your team nowadays. I have 43K to work with because I did Ansu Fati's card. I gotta try to get more coins from the markets. This is an obvious thing that I have to do in this game to be able to create content for you guys, right? Okay, so be it. But I want a mode where I can use a fun team, but I'm still building my club while using my fun team. You have your concept of rewards through division rivals and foot champs, so be it. Even through squad battles that you can't even access right now because it's glitched in this game, right? You have to back out and then go back in for you to go to access it. But you don't have a mode where we can play with players for fun. Okay, it's fine. You have the. I'm gonna keep saying this. I'm not against these 2 game modes being the game. At some point I was, but it's cool because you have a variable over the weekend, and it's cool because you have a variable over the weekdays, right? If you're Division 1, you might not even have to play all 30 games because you just have to get rank 1. So if you win a certain amount of games, you're good to go, right? But The fact that you guys don't have that turn mode is so disappointing. And I'll explain why, okay? Because I was using a player like Musa Marega, right? So I'm an FC Porto fan. I like FC Porto and Liverpool, mostly FC Porto, right? And I was using Musa Marega's card, and I was like, you know what? I'm having so much fun using this Musa Marega card right now. Is rare gold version, but this is not a meta card. But I like using him because he's Musa Marega. I want to be able to use a Liga NOS team while still building my club. Like you can go in Call of Duty and use guns that are not meta and still have fun playing the game because you're still leveling up your character and leveling up the weapons. It's so irritating that you don't have that concept in this game through gameplay. The fact that I have to make most of my coins through the transfer market, I will always tell you guys this. I understand how the format of FIFA is. I understand that it is a transfer market game. It is basically a trading card game. I've come to this conclusion a long time ago. But you need to add a variable for gameplay where you are progressing, playing the gameplay constantly. Right? I want to be able to feel like I can play this game for 15 hours a day. Like that's how I want to feel. Because you know what? Your gameplay this year is actually not bad. It's not. I still need to figure it out, to be honest. I'm still lost even though I'm at 2000 SR, but I still need to figure it out. But this game would actually be so much fun to play if you had that cup mode in the game, because people would use different teams, they would have fun, but then they would still want to have those top tier meta players to play rivals and foot champs because of the reward system that you offer in both of these game modes. That balance, guys, is so needed in this game, because I'm going to explain to you guys why this is not cool. And honestly, I might even relegate this here because this is not okay to do, okay? You have a new objective card in Diogo Jota, okay? Diogo Jota's card. This one right here, where they require you to assist with a through ball using a Portuguese player in 4 separate rivals matches, score 10 finesse shots, and then score a minimum 2 goals per match with Premier League players. Okay, this is not cool to do in a competitive game mode. It's not. It never has been for any game you've ever played. You don't have a variable in your game where if you're in the top divisions, let's just say, for instance, I do this objective one time, I get like 5 of them. Or, I score one finesse goal and I get like freaking 4 of them or whatever. You don't have a variable like that. You don't have a variable where you can collect a card like this through experience points. You're doing this in rivals where people in Division 1, with the squads that they have, they will not care to get this card. But I want to get this card because he's a Premier League Portuguese player and I want to use him for fun. I don't necessarily want to use him as a meta player playing through Division rivals or foot champs. I want to play him through the online tournament mode, use a Portuguese Premier League Liga NOS hybrid that's not necessarily full meta, but just fun to use in the game. Okay? Because this Diogo Jota card is like, he could be a striker, left forward, left wing. He can play those positions. Not necessarily left cam, too linear than left cam position, but this is the player review me coming out. But it's just like, when I hop on to stream this game, and by the way, guys, the stream support has been absolutely unbelievable, and I'm very thankful to you guys because, guys, in the afternoon, we have like over 1,000 viewers, which is amazing. I really appreciate it, okay? But the way that the game is formatted right now, it could be so much better. It really could, man. I have come to terms with these game modes that you have in this game, but no one can convince me with what you have done with friendlies and online draft, because people always put this over their head, and I mentioned this in a video like I think a year or two ago, but the simple fact that we have to pay with our in-game currency to play this game mode is ridiculous, because you don't even make that money back if you win the whole thing. 300 FIFA points, actual in-game money that you have to spend in real life to play a game mode. So be it for online draft. But this one right here, man, you guys on Twitter came to me and you're like, yo, like this is going to be something you've always wanted. I feel like when you guys get my words, it's like you twist it in different ways, because all of these game modes that you have over here are completely pointless. They're completely pointless. No rules, swaps, max chemistry, king of the hill. And on top of all that garbage that we have through these friendlies modes, you make us do objectives through these game modes. You make us do objectives through these game modes. I'm very thankful for the situation that I'm going to be in for this year's game. The streams are doing well. The YouTube channel will do well. The Ansu Fati video, just from looking at it right now, 28 minutes and it's already at 750 views is amazing, okay? Because that's probably a video that's probably going to get like 25, 30K. Maybe, who knows? We'll see what's up. And that's great numbers, obviously. Even the OTWs for just being normal rare gold cards, non-rare cards, is doing well at like 6, 7K because those aren't special cards in any ways. There's no promos out. So I understand the position that I'm in for YouTube and for streaming, but my enjoyment for the general experience of playing FIFA also needs to be there. And I feel like EA just don't get it. They just don't get it. I'm gonna be completely transparent. Whoever is in charge of these game modes, you got it wrong. You have it completely wrong, okay? And it's not whatever with these game modes, but it's this one, man. I don't know who thought of this, bro. I don't know, man. If we had that tournament, I was mentioning this earlier in the tweet. If we had the tournament mode, replace this friendlies mode, just the same format as the World Cup, because there's a variable, right? Where, oh, if I collect a player each game I play, bronze, silver, I can use them towards SBCs as well. Bronze to silver, silver to gold, gold to whatever, and build a team like that. Try to get untradeable players, right? Get the rewards through playing it as a regular game mode like we used to back in the day with 15K in Division 1 or the tournament mode or World Cup mode where I think you got 15K in 2 packs. We don't have that anymore. We don't have a thing where as you progress, you're just getting coins from winning the whole thing, from just from qualifying from the group stages. Like there's nothing, there's no concept of that gameplay wise. For me, it's very frustrating. I don't know if you guys are going to agree with this, but it's something that I wholeheartedly stand by because EA, in my opinion, needs to change this. I feel like you guys have the power to do that right now. I really do. It is the beginning of the game. I feel like you guys have the power to do that right now. Even if you want to do something simple and make the gold tournament, you could do that too. Okay? But please, even if it is a bracket you have to add within this, take out the word friendlies, put game mode or gameplay mode or whatever, and in one of these columns, just put the Gold Cup or the World Cup format so that we can play the game and still feel like we are progressing because we can either win 2K from the Gold Cup, which is, I'm really pushing down the barrel over here. I'm really pushing it down, okay, with the Gold Cup. But the World Cup mode, the format of it, you would have an amazing game. This game would be amazing because your gameplay this year is actually kind of cool, you know? Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll catch you guys for the next video. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.